think one of the most important things that folks need to evaluate is who they're following, because the vast majority of people are not leading their own way. They're following someone else, and they're usually following someone else they don't even know. So they're reading a magazine, they're listening to a radio program, they're listening to a podcast, and they're following the leads that other people who have no clue about this person's life are giving, and those people are giving general instruction. And 99% of the time, those people out there have something to sell. And so the particular client is looking at that advice, and they're saying, well, I guess since everyone else is doing this, I should do it too. And so if everyone is doing it, you can only by definition get average results. You can't get excellent or superior results by following the crowd. You have to make your own path. And so one of the first principles of prosperity that we discuss with folks is learning to think on their own. And it kind of sounds a little bit challenging or a little bit edgy or pointed for me to say that, but I want people to start thinking about the values and about the assumptions that they've been operating on. So if they've tested these previous formulas and they found them to be true, well then I guess they should continue to use them. But if they're following somebody else's formula and it's not their own personal formula, and they're not questioning and they're not checking on real results, well then it might be time to start thinking outside the box and actually start thinking for yourself. Because guess what's going to happen? Your kids are going to follow the same lead that you're putting out there. So if you've given over control and discretion and authority over your financial life, over your personal economy, you're going to be teaching your kids to do the same thing. Give up control. You're abdicating your leadership role in your own life, in your family's life, in the life of your business associates, your team leaders, your employees, your kids and your grandkids. So when people have the gift and the privilege of being able to earn, they actually have control over a perpetual a ripple effect, if you will, of all that money and how it's going to go out into eternity, how it's going to go out into the economy, into community. And most people are dispatching their money in a one-way direction, so that it's going out and it's accomplishing one goal: I'm paying cash for a car. It's accomplishing one goal: I'm paying for vacation. And they don't have any means to gather that money back. They haven't thought about the real long-term impact of lost earnings or lost opportunity cost on that cash. So they haven't really thought about the way that money really works. And what they've done instead is taking the information, which is taken as gospel, which is taken as real truth, from the financial institutions whose goal it is to get our money and put it in their pockets. Now, I don't hold those people responsible. I don't say that they're doing anything immoral or illegal. I'm just saying that they're operating on behalf of their own interests. And I want my clients to take a little bit more active role in thinking on behalf of their own interests, so that they can follow the path of the money and find out where it goes and find out what all that future earnings could do for their families if they could control not only the dollar of today's principal, but also the hundreds of dollars of future effect and impact that dollar could have. So it's kind of a graduate course in money that we're asking our clients to embark upon. And it's not a one answer solution. It's not a 1 hour solution, because for most people, they've been practicing financial formulas and habits that they've taken decades to cement and hardwire into their programming, and they haven't gotten good results. And everyone knows what the definition of insanity is. But for most people, they think the answer is more money. So if I pour more money into an imperfect system, what am I going to get? Imperfect results. So what we have to do is go back to square one, think about what our operating premise is. How are we thinking about money? How are we thinking about wealth, which is a larger topic than money? What do we want our wealth to consist of? What do we want our legacy and our inheritance to consist of? Is it just a finite number of dollars and we hope that the kids will do the right thing with it? We hope that the kids will get an education. We hope that our kids will educate their kids. Well, if they do that, they will buy into the mainstream system of non-education when it comes to finance, because there's no financial education in this country except that which is being conducted by small pockets of financial leaders, financial thought leaders, people like ourselves, people like our firm and our colleagues, and others across the country that I have that I'm in mastermind or study group with, people who have a real interest in encouraging Americans to start thinking about the wealth that they're creating.